one of the ways that we can use the present subjunctive is if we have a trigger word, a K, and a change of person. And if you have all three of these things, what do you win? You win the subjunctive. Just a quick refresher, what is the trigger word? Or where does it happen? The trigger word will be to the left of the K. You need a K and a change of person from the one to the other. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take each one of these individually, and we're going to look at them and see what are some of these words that we can use to replace quiero. So quiero is a trigger word, and which one would it fall under? Well, that would fall under a W. So what we can do is we can replace that trigger word with a different trigger word. The R of weirdo of our trigger words stands for a request or a recommendation. So what we're trying to do are find some verbs that are synonyms to a request or a recommendation. So we have to ask for. That's an O right there. To recommend. To advise. To insist. And we notice that this verb takes a preposition N when you're using it. To permit. Or we could also say to allow. And to suggest. Let's look at a couple examples. So our first one here, recomendamos. So we recommend that you clean the Mini Cooper. Alright, so to recommend, yeah, that's a trigger word. Do we have a K? Because remember, I need a trigger word, I need a K, and I need a change of person. Yeah, I have my K. And do I have a change? Well, I'm going from the we form to the to form, so I have my K and my change of person. 1, 2, 3. I got to use the subjunctive. So, limpiar in the to form. There we go. Well, let's look at number 2. They insist that I buy a Mini Cooper. Hey, they can insist all they want, but I need some money, unless someone can give me a really good deal on one. So, they insist. Trigger word? Yep, right there. Change of person? Yeah. And do I have a K? Right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I get to use the subjunctive again. So I will put comprar into the yo form. For number 3 down here, decir, to say or to tell. So I say that you clean your room. All right. Well, I say, is that the same as a request or a recommendation? Well, I don't know. Let's think about it this way. If your mom, all right, here's my mom, and here's me, and she says, you know, I think you should clean your room. Or I say that you should clean your room. Is she just saying that because she feels like it? Or is she requesting or recommending that I clean my room? Do I have the option? No. She is telling me to clean my room. So in this instance, we have a trigger word. And a K. And a change of person. So we get to put this into the subjunctive. Number 4. I say that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay. Well, I just said the digo is a trigger word, right? I say that 2 plus 2 is 4. Do you get the same feeling that you could take out this word and put in, I recommend that 2 plus 2 is 4? No. So here, this is not a trigger word. Here it was. Here it's not. So, not a trigger word, no subjunctive, so we will use the present indicative. So when we are working with R of weirdo, we're all about requests and recommendations. To ask for, to recommend, to advise, to insist, to allow, to permit, to suggest, to tell, but only when you can replace it and use it as a synonym for one of these others. So today, we've been talking about trigger words. And there are a lot of trigger words, and so you have to figure out a way to memorize them. But what I would do is just start with one letter at a time. Start with your W today, and think about all the different kinds of verbs that you could replace and put in here for a new trigger word. And then go on to your E, your I, your R, your D, and your O. Now remember, there are lots of ways to use the subjunctive. This is one of those ways. A trigger word, a K, and a change of person. If you have all three of those things, subjunctive. Alright, go out and try a few on your own. Let me know how it goes. Suerte.